Everyone experiences pain and confusion. Knowing is easy, and doing is hard. Even the Marquis of Pingzhen is no exception. If you want to rely on you, then help ease his burden.
So what haunts the Marquis?
It's about someone who vanished from the Zhou family. Shenwan was the daughter of Zhang Lian's father's friend. They grew up together. But to revive the Zhongni, he gave up on Shenwan and married Jiang Xiang, daughter of minister Jiang Gen. From then on, his career soared. In the 34th year of WuHe, he suffered a major defeat in Dongxia. The emperor ordered him to bar the border. Jiang Xiang refused the hardship and stayed in the capital with Gang Zhifu.
Stop.
Life at the border was tough, yet someone appeared in his desolate life. That was Shen Wei. She never married. She came to the border to care for her father. There she reunited with Zhong Luoyan. They stayed together at the frontier and had a son, Shuang Keqing. When Zhixing was 5, the court decided to attack Gongxia again. Zhang Luoyan led the vanguard. Just as his fame grew, he achieved unparalleled glory. An unexpected visitor arrived at the border. Jiang Xiang came with Zhang Zhifu. She wanted to rekindle their marriage. Zhang Luoyan was torn. He dreamed of surpassing his father's legacy. But slighting Jiang Xiangyang would offend her father, a man of immense power. Yet how could he betray Shenwan again? While he wavered, Shenwan stepped forward. She willingly gave up her place to make way for Jiang Wei, and Zhang Luoyan didn't refuse. After that, he got everything he wanted: title and command. He became a powerful figure in court.
3.
He thought he could treat them equally and let Shenwan suffer nothing. But I underestimated Jiang Wang's ambition and cunning.
Since you hold high office, you should focus on your career. Leave household matters to Bang Le.
Jiang Qiang drove a wedge between him and Xiaowan until at last Shuang Luoyan believed Shenwan was unfaithful with his silent consent. King Guang poisoned her.
Mother, leave me, please. I'm begging you. Mother.
A great debt is like a deep grudge, and no one wants to carry it for life. A debt that can't be repaid over time turns either into indifference or resentment.
The selfish usually live the happiest in this world. Why can't he let go of this one thing?
Is he hung up on Shenwan of the past? Or ashamed of the man he once was? No one can say for sure.
So he refuses? to show any fatherly love to understand. Seeing him reminds him of the past.
The more you vary pain like that, the deeper it takes root. What kind of strong man wants to admit to such a weakness inside?
My lord, you were looking for me.
Do you know why I asked you to come here?
I believe this place is where the second young master lived as a child. My lord summoned me here because of what I said earlier about the second young master.
Jingyi was once dearly loved by me. But over time, we grew distant, and I've treated him far worse than Qifu in recent years. He's become the imitating son. Could it be that I am also to blame?
You are the head of the family. How could you be at fault? I was just thinking, the garden is full of blooming peonies. So why did you come here alone?
I once knew a poor gardener. He made a living growing plum blossoms, but they were cheap. And over time, he became poorer and poorer, barely able to support himself. Then he realized people adored peonies. They sold for far more. So he switched to growing peonies and finally lived a life of comfort. But he told me that deep down, he still loved the plum blossoms more. But it was too late. The plums in his garden, left untended, all withered away.
That he chose plums when he was poor shows how deeply he loved them. But since he sold flowers for a living, he had no choice but to grow peonies. His beloved plums faded and died. Perhaps he blamed himself for that. But I don't think he was wrong.
Why not?
Plum blossoms bloom in winter. They endure snow and frost, never chasing spring. It's not the gardener heartlessly chose ponies. And fall into the mud. Had he not turned to peonies, the whole garden might not have survived the winter. It reminds me of a poem. Petals fall dry, already heartbreaking. How cruel the storm that follows. How can such grief be soothed? Hope lies in fresh buds on new branches. The poet mourned the blossoms lost in the storm, but didn't dwell in sorrow, because he believed, as long as new branches grow, the plants will bloom again. The gardener mourned what he lost. And where a single young plum still lingered in a quiet corner, it may go unnoticed in the warmth of spring, but if nurtured with care, one day, in snow and frost again.
What did he say to my father earlier, when my father actually asked about my studies?
That means the marquee intends to groom you. His care for you now may even surpass what he gives to Zhang Jingyi.
He's only nice to me because of you.
What I said doesn't matter. What matters is what kind of son he sees you as. So from now on, study hard, and never let your guard down.
Yes, sir.
Who is it?
Sir, it's me. Duangshai. The marquee has asked for you.
Understood.
He's inside this way.
My lord.
Whenever I'm troubled, I come here to sit for a while. This place helps clear my mind. Lets me think things through.
I'd be honored to share your burden.
Do you believe General Fu Zisong's death was truly an accident?
I have no idea.
No matter how great your deeds, they can never outweigh the heartlessness of an emperor.
But I believe you're not like General Fu. He was the late Empress Dowager's nephew, a royal in-law. But you led the charge that took Dongxi's gate and secured a legendary victory. Surely His Majesty remembers your merit.
With Fu Zhisong dead, in court, many officials have already recommended me to the Emperor. So tell me, should I fight for it?
Many current generals once served under your command. Even your former deputy now leads the magic camp outside the capital. If you fight for the position now, I'm afraid the Emperor won't be able to hide his growing unease about you.
So I should just sit by and let the title go to someone else.
My lord, this matter isn't just a contest with others. It's a contest with the Emperor himself. I believe His Majesty already has his plan in mind. So perhaps it's best to wait a few days and see who he ultimately chooses. And in my opinion, not fighting for it might actually work in your favor. If you truly wish to command again, there may be another way. Please give your order, my lord.
Once you hear this, there will be no turning back. Think it through.
I would die 1,000 deaths for your cause.
In all my years, I've only lost one battle. And the one who beat me wasn't a man, but a thing called a Wei Seal.
The Wei Seal.
In the 34th year of war, the late emperor led a massive campaign against Dongxia. I served as the vanguard then. We stormed city after city, nearly conquering the entire land. But as we were about to take the capital, something strange happened.
Go report to the general. Yes, sir. Are those even human?
Prepare to fight. Kill.
Kill.
Queen of Dongxia summoned the sacred relic, Xian'e Huixi. It unleashed an army of ghost soldiers. They're monsters that could not be killed. No matter how strong our forces, they were helpless before them. Retreat. I marched out, ready to die if I must. But this time, Dongxia had lost the protection of the Gui Seal and was swiftly crushed into submission. Yet even after stationing Dongxia for 3 years, I still couldn't find that cursed pakai. A geomancer found this bronze fish. He discovered the Gui Seal in Dongxia and tried to keep it for himself. I attempted to take it from him, but failed. And I suspect this bronze fish is somehow linked to the Gui Seal. Perhaps they're parts of the whole. No. Not on him. He's already dead.
That was his fate. He dared to take what belongs to you. He must die.
It's been 10 years. I searched everywhere, but still couldn't find it. I nearly lost hope. But now that you are here, it's different.
My lord, do you want my help?
That's right.
My lord, I'll do whatever it takes for you.
Then this task is yours now.
Yes, my lord. May I ask, is there only one of these bronze fish?
What do you mean?
When I was young, I studied geomancy under my master. I learned a bit about Dongxia culture. Dongxia's early days relied on fishing and hunting, so the fish became their totem. I've never seen this bronze fish before, but I've seen many of their fish symbols. In their paintings, fish always appear in groups. They're symbols of abundance and prosperity. That's why I asked.
You're right. This isn't the only bronze fish. I knew it. You really are the perfect man for the job.
Then should I search for the other bronze fish as well?
No need to worry about the others. I know where they are, just remember. Once you find the Huixi, I'll make sure you're well rewarded.
I'll brave fire and death to fulfill your wish.
Gui Seal. I've heard a few tales about it that have been passed down in Dornsia. They called it a gift from the Lady of Kunlun, the sacred treasure of their king. But it seemed so far-fetched. Thought it was just myth. No one in Great Yong knew. Your father found it. Brought it back.
I never thought to. I'd help the marquee search for it. Do you still remember the bronze fish in the marquee's secret chamber? Last night, I took the chance to ask about the other two. He said he knows exactly where they are. Looks like I was right. They're with the other two enemies. But even with all the trust he's shown me, the marquee still refuses to tell me anything about the third person.
One step at a time. Yeah, we already taken a big step forward. At least you now have the Marquis's approval. From now on, whatever we do, we no longer need to hide.
Master, do you think the waste seal really exists?
I don't know either. But there's one thing I'm sure of. And your enemies never stop searching for it.
If we find the Gi seal and the bronze fish, well, we'll definitely uncover the third person. My lord, my lady.
Zang Hai, have a seat.
Sit.
Is there something to celebrate today, my lord?
You know, the other day, the Emperor summoned all military officials to the palace for a meeting. I claimed illness and didn't go. Those who fought over that position were demoted or punished. Even though I didn't show up, His Majesty didn't blame me. In fact, out of concern for my health, he wended me with 1,000 taels of silver.
Brilliant move, my lord. He didn't fight or scheme, yet won the Emperor's favor.
There's one more thing. A while back, I had submitted a memorial to the cabinet, to recommend you. Zang Hai, your romantic skills are famous across the capital. The Emperor granted you a great honor, starting today. You are the Imperial Astronomer.
Congratulations, Zang Hai. No, Mr. Zoc?
Thank you, my lord, and thank you, young master.
Have a seat. The Astronomical Bureau works closely with the Ministry of Works. You and Xiaofus will have many chances to work together. Both of you serve under the Emperor's grace, so make sure to do your duties well.
I'll take good care of Zang Hai.
Thank you, young master.
To a 5th rank official, Shuai Ming was never as skilled. How could he compare to Mr. Zhang?
It's all thanks to my lord's support.
As a 5th rank official, you'll now have your own resident. Zhu Kaming's old place was unlucky, so I picked a new one. For you, pack your things. You can move in tomorrow.
I will never forget this great kindness. No matter where I go, I'll always remember I came from the Marquis's mansion.
That's enough in front of me. You're no longer a lowly one, but a proper official now.
Yes, my lord.
Giddings, my lord.
Father, you're an official too. Why don't you ride in one of those carriages?
Officials ride in carriages, but walking on foot is still being an official. You get lazy to walk. You may never come down again.
Greeting, mister. Zang. This way, please.
Father, I've grown taller again. I can now reach the tip of the armidary scar.
You've played with it for a while, but do you know what it's used for?
It's for stargazing.
Then do you know how it works?
I have no idea.
Want to learn? Come here. See these 4 rotating rings? Try turning them. Sora, a bit more. That's it. Now move the sighting bar on top. And adjust it by 3 notches. At night, look through this tiny hole. And you'll see the brightest star in the sky.
Really?
Meetings, my lord.
Everyone, please rise.
My lord. I'm In Shining, calendar manager from the astronomical division.
I'm Nin Wei, water clock manager from the timekeeping division.
I'm Shang Ju, forest official from the forestry division.
My lord, I'm Chung Wang, manager of calendrical calculations from the geomancy division.
What about the mortuary division?
My lord. Overseer Shi Xuan from the mortuary division said he had urgent matters and couldn't come to greet you.
It's all right.
Lord Astronomer, we've waited a long time for you.
The Bureau was founded to serve the heavens and the people. Though it's a small department, whether it's stargazing, divination, or romantic construction, each craft takes years to master. All of you have been here far longer than I have. I'll be relying on you, Walken, for many things ahead.
My lord, you're far too modest. If you say that, what does that make the rest of us?
My lord, I've always wondered, how did you achieve such a high rank at your young age? Saying you today, I'm convinced, next to you, I hope you won't mind my foolishness, and will continue to guide me, so I don't embarrass myself.
Enough small talk. Let's get to official matters. Have you brought the documents from each division?
We have. Yes, they're here.
Then let's begin with the astronomical division.
My lord. The astronomical division observes spars daily, monitor celestial events, revises the summer calendar, marks each stellar term, guiding the people with the seasons.
The timekeeping division manages the water clock and reports hours. It may seem minor, but precision is crucial.
The forestry division's work is to collect timber for construction projects. Since spring began this year, we've supplied the palace with rare woods, such as Huanghuali, rosewood, and veined. A total of 3,000 logs.
My lord, the Geomancy Division handles land surveying and soil testing. We ask terrain and locate auspicious burial sites. A pressing matter recently is the funeral of General Fu Song.
Very good. Leave all the documents here. Today is my first day in office, and there's still much I need to study. I'll make notes on the documents as needed. If I have further questions, I'll visit you all privately. This afternoon you may go now.
My lord, shall we take a look at the study? Please instruct on its setup and use.
No, take me to the mortuary division first.
The most delicate mortuary skill is stitching and patching. For stitching, we use mulberry bark fiber to sew skin wounds and redash separated parts. As for patching, usually we use Zhou, but General Fu held great rank, so we'll use sandalwood to restore his body. Understood.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
These bones here are all broken. We'll bind them with copper wire.
Here it is.
Not that the scissors.
Here it is. My lord.
My lord, my lord.
Which of you is Khan?
My lord, how may I help?
I'd like to speak to you alone.
The rest of you step out.
Sir, yes, sir.
My lord, are you here to question me?
Is there anything to question?
The general's body arrived this morning. It must be prepared immediately. I hope you'll understand.
His Majesty ordered a grand burial for General Fu. The body was delayed on the road, so preparing it early was the right call. It's not winter yet, and even a few hours difference can make a big impact. Just now were you teaching them? Why are they the only ones helping you with such important work?
Mr. Chu said mortuary work isn't demanding, so he cut our division staff to save costs. Being usually the only one here. When I just had the apprentices help out. They're from civilian families, so they're still a bit clumsy.
I'll lend a hand. I didn't expect you to be this skilled. I learned this as a child, but never got the hang of it. To be good at this, you need more than talent. It takes a lot of patience.
You're too modest, my lord.
You've served in the Bureau for many years, right? Have you always been stationed here?
My lord, no need to be so polite with me. Say what's on your mind. Did you come to the Astronomical Bureau to make a fortune, or just to climb the ranks? I don't really care. I only hope you'll let me work in peace and focus on my duties.
Make sure this courtyard is spotless every day. Not a speck of dust left behind. It's Mr. Zhang's first day in office. Inform the kitchen. Tonight's meal must be perfect. Understood from now on. All of you.
My lord, my lord.
My lord. Off you go now. You back.
都到了. I met all the officials at the Astronomical Kuai Duo today.
Don't talk about that yet. Turn around first. Go on, turn. Take a few steps.
Master.
This outfit suits you well. The first clothes you wore in the capital were the ones I got for you. Now you're in full official robes. Looks good. If Xingdou saw you now, he'd probably complain, what? That one sleeve's longer. So how does it go today?
The Bureau now is nothing like going when my father was in charge. Back then, everyone had their role and got along well. If my father could help, he always would. There's no sincerity left.
What nonsense, your father was just a man who ran funeral business. He had nothing to do with the Bureau. That you'll hold office. You're not just an aide from the Marquis's mansion anymore. More eyes are on you. Back at the Marquis's mansion, as long as he trusted you, it was enough. But in court, daggers come from every direction. You'll need to be more careful.
You're right, Master. The Bureau today is full of opportunists and spies. I'm afraid the road ahead won't be smooth.
When Fu Huiming was in charge, the Bureau served the wicked many times. I've heard of those stories. Every year I hear about the missing daughter of the Lin family. That was 3 years ago. The Lin family's girl had just turned 13. But Duke Yi's eldest son fancied her. He insisted on making her his concubine, but he was 30 years older than her. The Lin family flatly refused. Strangely enough, that young master died from overdosing. The Lin family thought it was over. Until 3 days after his death, their daughter suddenly vanished. Guess where they found her?
Where?
In the tomb of Duke Yi's son. She'd been strangled wearing a bridal gown. Her poor parents went mad with grief.
But the Guoqiang law clearly forbids ghost marriages.
That rule only applies to commoners. That ghost marriage might have been arranged by the Astronomical Bureau. And not just that. Last October, under the guise of aiding nobles. And the Bureau took over every orchard in Wang village, left with nowhere to appeal. Those poor farmers were forced from their homes.
This Bureau is long overdue for Hainan.
掌心念着危险的渴望，惊涛袖里草，惊雷无声响，城府深，深不过我目眶。阴谋是我护身的衣裳，阳谋是我纵横的刀枪，用隐忍的狂，稀释道德藏，也不黑，只因为我心滚烫。翻云是我，浮云是我，人心的罗盘莫测，总会有人起起落落。盛夏是我，雨多是我，上夕阳如烈日赤裸，与君共高歌。芒种是我，袖手是我，天下是我，苍生